Hey guys, this is my obstacle avoiding robot, and today I'll be showing how to make obstacle avoiding robot. Let's dismantle it and rig it up again. So yeah, let's start with the ultrasonic sensor. Yeah, this is ultrasonic sensor. As you can see, it is uh, okay. You can't see. I'll try to focus it properly. Yeah, this is the HCR04 model, and yeah, basically my obstacle avoiding robot is based on Arduino Uno. I've used a motor shield for DC motors, Arduino Uno for controlling the robot, and some jumper wires for connection. I used two bottle caps to refill some M-Seal Fevikwik to make a front wheel, a metal chassis, and a mini breadboard for the connection part. Two wheels, 12 volt 300 rpm DC motors, and this is the motor shield, and below that's Arduino Uno, and that's 9 volt battery, and this 4 AA battery holder with 4 batteries. And I'll dismantle it and show you how to build it again. So guys, this is my chassis, the basic part. I have connected to 12 volts 300 rpm DC motor with wheels through screws, and these are fixed, and this wheel and this mini breadboard. Now let's go to Arduino and check out the connections. Before that, I'll show you this important connection. What I've done here is, since Arduino has this port for power supply, I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, so for that I've soldered wires through this pin for power supply. This is my 9 volt battery. These are my four AAA batteries. Sorry, AA batteries connected to a battery cap. So let's start with the Arduino connection. This is not the original version of the Arduino. This is the clone version. As you can see, I've connected some wires, actually not properly connected. I've just put into the holes. So as you can see, this white wire is going to the 13th pin, and this brown wire is going to the 12th pin, and here the blue wire is going to the 5 volts input supply, and this black wire will connect it to one of the grounds here. Now comes the important part, this motor shield. Motor shield has three ICs. One of them is L293E3D, which is mostly used for DC motors. In Arduino, this is the reset button if anything goes wrong with your program, if it's not stopping and you can't, and if you have permanently fixed your power supply. Sometimes this is a small project, sometimes you're making a big project and it's very hard to remove your power supply from something. Then this is the reset button, you can press it, it will stop. And this is the DC motor shield, not DC motor shield, is the motor shield. With this, as you can read, you can control two servos, two stepper, and four DC motors. So our DC motors are going to be connected to this and this part, and this also has a reset button, and you can check if it's working or not through this LED. And in Arduino also this LED will glow. So let's connect Arduino with motor shield. So carefully place the motor shield on the Arduino board on both the sides like this, As you can see, wires are connected to their respective pins already. Now gently push the motor shield into the Arduino board. Here we go. So our main part is ready, and let's start the connection part. Firstly, we'll put this 9-volt battery at the base like this. I already uh, put I've already put one double-sided tape so that it's fixed to the chassis, and also for this I've put double-sided tape already, and I'm gonna put it this side because for motor shield the power supply is this side, so I'll make sure that these two wires are facing this side. So let's put it here, and let's put these double-sided tape. I'm reusing them. I don't want to use any new ones because I don't know where my old one the main tape is. I kept it somewhere, I don't know where. So yeah, it's connected, and let's put the Arduino chipset on this. Yeah, correct. So everything is fixed at the place, and this is the important part, the ultrasonic sensor. It's gonna sense the distance of the obstacle from your Arduino robot and send it to the Arduino chip, and through the calculation Arduino will decide at what distance, like it'll measure at what is the distance limit between the obstacle and the robot, uh, about which the robot should start moving and take a turn and move in that direction. So this is a transmitter and a receiver. As you can see, there are 4 pins. Yeah, this one is VCC, trig, echo, ground. Let's fix it. Make sure your ultrasonic sensor isn't facing downwards, so that it'll always be moving in some direction, and or it shouldn't face upwards, or it will not sense the obstacle in front and just keep moving forward. So it should be perfectly parallel to the ground like this. As you can see, after you're done fixing the ultrasonic sensor, it should look like as if someone is looking at you. So that's the perfect position like this. Yeah, correct. Okay, so let's connect Arduino wires to the ultrasonic sensor. So as we know, this black one was our ground, so we are going to connect it to the ground pin like this. Yeah, and this was our VCC 5 volts, so we'll connect it to the VCC pin here like this. And the reason we are using motor shield is also because our Arduino cannot supply our motors enough power, because Arduino gives only 5 volts output and these are 12 volts DC motors. So these won't work with only the Arduino chip. That's why we need motor shield, and that's why we have extra power supply. Now let's connect the main part, which will take the input from the ultrasonic sensor and uh, tell exactly what the motors have to do, DC motors. So now this brown wire will come here to the I don't know if you can see it or not, to the trig pin. Okay, so let's connect it. Yeah, and this white wire will come to the echo pin. So yeah, let's connect it. Yeah, we are done with the main circuitry. Now all we have to do is connect power supply and our DC motors. Let's do that. So let's take this and connect it here. It depends on the program you have written for your DC motors. You can fix your DC motors anywhere. This one, you can use this one or anyone. Basically, it depends which port you are using for DC motors in your program. So for my this motor, I've used this one. So yeah, I'll connect it here. Otherwise, it will move in opposite direction in which I don't want. It will move backwards, I think. If I connect this here. Yeah, so done this part. Now these wires and the ground one on this side, as you can see. Let's fix it there. Yeah, and this red small wire will, 1 second. This wire will come here. Actually, you can buy Arduino either from online shopping sites like Amazon or something. You can get original Arduino, which is worth around 1000 or 1400, and you can get also the clone version from Amazon itself, that is around 400. You can get complete complete whatever, complete things whichever you require from Amazon, including wheels, jumper wires, motor shield, Arduino, all these things, mini breadboard also. But I went to SP Road in Bangalore, which is very famous for electrical components. So I bought and all these things, including motors, Arduino, motor shield. All these things cost me around 1000 rupees, under 1000 rupees. Can you believe that? Whereas if you go for original one, only the Arduino chip will cost you around 1400. As this is my first project, I've tried to keep my budget as low as possible. So let's connect the DC supply now. So here goes the ground wire in this part. I'll have to change my screwdriver side to this. It's better to have a screwdriver which has two sides. It gives you a lot of help sometimes when you have only one screwdriver with you. So let's fix it. Oh, I'll fix it. So now the only thing left is connecting this to Arduino input for power supply and this red wire for this motor shield to work. But I observed that my solder got this wire got cut off, as you can see. So I have to solder it again, but I'll show you the connections and hopefully with this power supply our robot should work. But sometimes if the don't worry if your robot isn't working properly, that and your program is correct. See, as you can see, it's already starting. Yeah, now as you can see, because power supply is not enough, this motor wasn't working properly before. See, it's stopping in between because power supply is not enough. So as you can see, both the motors are running in the forward direction, and if I show a obstacle in front of the ultrasonic sensor, you can see this motor is moving in the forward direction and this motor is moving in the reverse direction. So it will take a turn and start moving in the forward direction. But since the power supply is not there, this motor is malfunctioning. So yeah, overall this project will work, I promise you. If possible, I'll solder this right now and show you. Okay, so I have soldered my wire. I'll connect it to the battery. Yeah, and I'll suggest to keep the robot in your hand while you're connecting the power supply, because when you're connecting the power supply, your robot may start to run like this and it's harder to control it. So I'll just try to somehow connect that red wire. Okay, I'll show you. There's enough power. As you can see, both the wheels are running forward, and I'll keep my robot here in front of the wall. See, it's rotating, and because of low power supply, one of the motor is not working. But as soon as I take it off the ground, it starts rotating. See, this is because one of the motors is not getting proper supply. But you can see only the power supply is the problem. The robot is working fine. See, it's the thing, I don't know why when you give a low power supply, the robot starts turning like this, not going forward. When the obstacle, once it detects obstacle, it's keep on rotating, and one of the wheel starts uh, rotating either in the opposite direction or it stops. So I'll give this power supply right now. Okay, so I've connected the red wire also, and it should work properly now. So yeah, it detects the wall, rotates, goes, detects my hand, starts to rotate, and goes in straight line. So here's your easy to make obstacle riding robot for any engineer, electronics engineer. It's very easy. You can make it even for a 12th grade student or 11th grade student. It's very easy to make. So yeah, here's your obstacle avoiding robot. Thanks. And yeah, for the circuit connections, I have a picture. I'll put it in the, I'll send you a link for the program also. And basically what you have to do is you have to get a cable, connect your cable here, go to the arduino.cc site, download their Arduino software, I'll put up a link for afmotor shield uh, library, which is used for this thing, uh, which will help you to use motor shield. Basically it has a set of programs written in that, You have to include that library in your program. If you don't know how to write the program for this, there's a pre-written program. I'll send you a link for that. And download the arduino uh, software. It's really related to C programming. It's very easy to understand. And yeah, I'll put the links in the description section, and please do like my video. So yeah, here's the obstacle avoiding robot. And if any suggestions you wanna give, any other video on, basically I can make a video on a review on OnePlus 2. I have OnePlus 2 phone. I'm using it since 6 months, and I can also show you how to route it, put cyanogen mod in it, although I haven't put cyanogen mod in it, but I know. And also other stuff related to electronics. Anything, any suggestions, please comment down in the comment section below, and please do like the video if you appreciate my videos. This is my first video. If you want me to make more videos, do like it. Thanks.